Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This will take you from the 11th to the 18th of September. And my first thing I see is two tens and an ace. The tens are about completion, okay, of projects, life cycles, and the aces are new beginnings, okay. I quite like seeing that together. Two majors, the Tower and the Hermit, both together. That's a really interesting combination, actually. It's like you're receiving some sort of transmission, okay, because that Hermit is the divine guide. Yeah, he's that light within, and the Tower ultimately is a extremely spiritual card. It's about renewal, breaking down the old structures, and to reveal that divine essence which is inside us, because that's the next card is the Star card. Okay, so never believe all the hype about the Tower being destructive. It's about change. Interesting. Here and now is your additional guidance card. Present moment, the only time there is. It's about not taking the past and the future into the present. And that's ultimately what the Tower means. It's about waking up to our true identity, which is the next card, the Star card, okay? A divine human being, Sagittarius, okay? Now your crowning card, my favourite card in this whole deck, the Ace of Cups. It's the reason why I use this deck is because this card, I just love it. Head and heart growing into union is also about seeing, you know, when we seeing through the eyes of love, okay? And when we see through the eyes of love, the whole world changes. It's about loving kindness, compassion. It could be an emotional new beginning for some people, because as you can see, there seems to be a meeting of destiny, and you've got the Two of Cups showing up. So some very lucky Sagittarius have got a date with destiny this week. On my favourite card. I just love it. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords, the ending of a difficult period of your life. This Ten of Swords represents to me, you know, those moments when we just do a really big sigh and a really big out breath because we've just gone through something and we don't even know it's difficult until we come out the other side. There's a sense of one chapter of your life is over. Now, it's over. It's actually over. There might be a memory still living within you that needs to be processed, but it's actually over. It's the memories that live on within us that sometimes what we need help with. Yeah, processing the memory. But whatever it is, there's something over here. And maybe that's why you've got the Here and Now card. Come to the present moment. Be in your body. Be in the Ace of Cups. Be in that love nature, Sagittarius. Very, very interesting reading here. So you start the week a little bit frustrated, okay? Eight of Swords, always a frustration card. Quite a lot of signs were pulled this. I think you're about the fourth sign. It's just a Page of Wands, interestingly enough, though, because the Page of Wands is that notoriously new potential, okay? New opportunities, trying to bring some new projects to life, okay? That's how I understand the Page of Wands. He always represents new beginnings, though, so it might be an idea. But it's just the Eight of Swords. You might feel a bit frustrated about bringing that idea into manifestation. So a classic idea would be having a new creative project, but thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't got all the equipment to bring it into manifestation. That's all real, Sagittarius. I get you completely. But don't forget, she is smaller than she can squeeze out these swords. Okay? Now, I don't like saying that because I find the Eight of Swords quite a genuinely frustrating energy. But don't get lost in your mind. Sagittarius, tune into the Ace of Cups. Connect with your heart and not your head. Because there's no solutions found in our mind. We just get into being trapped. Okay? You then move to the Six of Cups. So there can be a bit of reconciliation here, emotional. It's about getting what you want, basically, the Six of Cups. Hitting the sweet spot. Whatever you've been going after, this is happening. It can be a reconciliation card. You can be reconciliating with this Knight of Pentacles, or you could be getting some good news regarding Pentacles, job, finances, housing, anything that's Pentacles, okay? So you could be getting some good news, which hopefully is going to take you out of this sense of being confined, Sagittarius, and make you feel a bit more freer. Just going to shut my door. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Very interesting, but I think there's some good news practically coming for you, Sagittarius. And hopefully this will help you manifest whatever this Creator Page of Wands is, which is always about potentials. And that is your energy, basically. About how to bring it down to earth in a really concrete way is always all our challenges, okay? But I think there's some good practical news, or some Sagittarius are reconciling with an earth sign male. It's going to be different for everyone watching. It's a general reading. It's just basically the themes that are around for you. But definitely some good news, because right next to it is a 10 of discs. Okay, so again, another really good, solid financial card. So I think there's definitely financial good news for some people. It could be new job, new housing. The 10s are about completion. So this is a happy completion of a project, job search, house search. You could be signing a contract to do with housing, something which is really tangible. It's with the Two of Cups, which is a soulmate card. I think it's safe to say some Sagittarius could be starting a new romantic love affair this week, or one you're already involved in could be quite important to you this week. It's going to be different for everyone, but I'm getting a sense of newness with that Ace of Cups particularly. It's just look at how all the planets are lined up and shining through your heart. So when this shows up with the Two of Cups, I always think, oh, there's a meeting to happen here and you've got no control over it. We haven't got any control over anything, but about how we respond. But it's definitely a date with destiny here. You end with the Tower and the Hermit, a really interesting combination of cards here. The Hermit, as you know, represents that inner teacher going within. I feel some Sagittarius have been on a very long, narrow path. But it's just the Tower. And the Tower is one of the most spiritual major arcanas, okay? It's so misunderstood. It's about receiving guidance, receiving insight, receiving knowledge, which basically brings to an end an old way of perceiving reality. There's countless examples, you know, like one's, you know, like suddenly realizing, oh, there's too many examples. Like receiving some sort of awareness, okay, which changes the course of your destiny. That's what the Tower's about, okay? and it's with the Hermit. So you're doing this self-searching and self-reflecting, and these two cards together I really really like. They might appear together if you're on a retreat day, yeah, like you're going into silence to try and receive some divine guidance. That's what these cards stand for. Sorry, Sagittarius, it's a bit of a powerful reading, and I'm going to try and bring myself back and ground myself to see what I see, okay? I see the end of a difficult period, the Ten of Swords. Your crowning card is the Ace of Cups. It just doesn't get any better than the Ace of Cups. Here and now, which means you operate in the present moment, not through memory, okay? Not through the past, just mindful presence. You know, ultimately that's also what the Tower means. Letting the past go so you can be in the present moment. There's definitely some news coming your way financially, which is good, okay? You might start with a sense of frustration, but I don't think it's going to last. With the Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, I think there might be a meeting with destiny for some Sagittarius here, which is a bit new love, okay? Now, keep an open heart. We only close our heart because of past pain. The Here and Now card is really clear. Turn up for reality in the present moment, not carrying the past, because that's what the Tower is about. Again, it's about breaking down the past so you can reconnect with your essential self, which would be the next card, which is the Star card, okay? That's how they work, okay? Very, very often does that Tower a destructive energy. Sometimes it can mean change, okay, but it's always ultimately good change, so you can become more of who you are. But it's with the Hermit, so this is about receiving guidance. Spend the day, write, reflect, meditate. Really, really interesting, Sagittarius. I think you might have got the reading of the week, by the way. Okay, I wish you all the best. Loads of love. Bye.